I cried on the plane. I cried a little bit.
Because you were so far back in the plane and you couldn't
So the oxygen wasn't quite circulating, and so my tear ducts, they decided to go.
You're like, why didn't I splurge? Why didn't I listen to Nana and just my cheap ass can't get no damn snacks?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Out and About. It is Friday. Thank God. It is the summertime. It is hot. The weekend is upon us, and Nana and Trish are currently sitting in hot as balls, Atlanta, Georgia, in their hotels. We're at the same hotel. We don't want to disclose the location, but it is the Nobu Hotel, and we're in two different rooms. I decided to splurge on the room and live like Nana for a weekend, and I got to say it's lovely.
Now, were you greeted with an oolong tea and a hot towel like I was?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't even know what oolong tea is.
They didn't give you tea when you walked in?
No, they took me in like a Porsche to go get my Subway sandwich. I don't know if that's like worth a little more than a tea or like
an electric car. I saw it downstairs. I got I took the Rolls Royce that was there.
I'll tell you what, we're in Buckhead right now. This is a nice area. It's like Fifth Avenue, the mall. There's Fendi, Tom Ford, Saint Laurent.
Did you go to the mall? I went there yesterday because I had to get an outfit for our live show tonight.
What are you wearing?
I got a shirt from Saks, and I'm wearing a distressed jean, a cowboy boot, and a wig.
Tell me about your wig that you have on right now. Everyone, please go on Rumble and other services to watch Joey and I because he looks like a goddamn lunatic.
This is my new wig I got in Chicago. Now it's I sprayed in a root.
Mm-hmm.
It's feathered style. It's platinum. It looks like I colored it with Preference by L'Oreal. It's very 80s, Dynasty, but not slam.
I was thinking like 80s, like country, like glam country almost. It's like fluffed out.
Well, it's depending on who's seeing it. But yeah, I do need to. I have to get a roller set going. But this is my new style. I'm wearing it for the first inaugural Wig Wars that's happening in here.
Yeah. Yes, the first inaugural Wig Wars. I forgot old Nana and Trish. We're pulling out all the stops for Wig Wars. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very fun.
I told you when I got here, I did not know we were going to be amongst Black excellence.
We're in the heart of Black excellence, Buckhead, Georgia. Mm-hmm. Buckhead, right outside Atlanta. This is a nice place. There are cars.
Did you see? There's a complimentary flat iron in your bathroom.
Would you like me to go check?
Can you see if there's one? I got a complimentary hot comb.
Oh, and then has been known to hot comb. Okay, let's see. We're in the thing here. What do we got?
Maybe it's only in the premium suites.
Oh, you're only in premium, not presidential. That's weird. Let's see. Oh, I feel something. I feel something. I'm in the bathroom. I'm sorry if it's a little bit echoey right now. How was your trip down as I find this flat iron? Was it
well, my trip was lovely. I came right from I was in Chicago working, and I came right from Chicago. Flight was lovely. I was sitting next to someone though. I cannot for the life of me figure out where I know from. I still don't know who it is. I thought it was a famous football player, because he looked like it, but I know his face from somewhere, but I can't put my finger on where I know him from. Maybe he's like a straight boy online that I follow, or maybe he's like a TikToker, or maybe he's like a sports player. I don't know who he was, but I couldn't put my finger on it. But
you've been on the road, huh?
Yeah, I haven't been home in 2 weeks, week and a half.
Are you going home to New York? We're going to Austin next week, everyone. We're going to do a show with some of This Is Bad podcast, Colton and Dylan. Are you going home before you go to that?
Yes, I'm leaving on Friday. I'm coming Friday, go back to New York, and then I have to film. Oh, from Friday, and then I'm home for the weekend, and then Monday we work, and then Tuesday I film. Tuesday I have to film my second episode of my show, my cooking thing, and then I'm going right to Austin for our show at Cap City Comedy Club, and Bay's birthday weekend, Bay's birthday bonanza weekend at the Airbnb.
Bay's birthday bukkake?
Yeah.
That's gonna be very fun. I'm ready for Austin. Like Atlanta's fun and it's cool, but I feel like Austin is.
We haven't left the hotel yet.
It's like I know. I feel like I've been to Atlanta.
I haven't.
You've never been here once?
No, I wasn't allowed here before this.
Why? And that's just because you're on the no-fly list?
Zoning laws, yeah.
Nana was on the no-fly list. What was I gonna say? Oh,
I already took a venture out to the vape store though.
You did what?
I took my only venture. I went to. I haven't left I didn't really have to leave the property. I went to because the mall's right here where we were, the fancy mall. I had dinner last night at Nobu. I spent $600 on dinner by myself.
Oh God, why? Here's the thing. Why?
That's how they get you. Like I was like, by
You
myself.
were one person, Joey. You spent $600.
I wasn't even full when I left. It was like it wasn't that much food. It was just I got the expensive ingredients. That's
Do we,
what it
need-
was.
do we need to get the Dawn?
No, it wasn't even that much food. I didn't even finish it all.
Oh, it's just really, really pricey stuff.
I guess so because I did the the caviar with the Otoro tartar, and then I got a baked Alaskan crab roll, and then I had the all the accoutrements and all the sushi and cocktails, and I got one thing led to another.
The fact that I'm just imagining you dressed exactly how you are right now at the
Sitting
bar
at
of
the bar.
the bar of no. You just as it is with little cigarettes. Gentlemen, barkeep, you mind go ahead and topping off my Moscow Mule? Nana's a little bit thirsty. Nana's a little thirsty here.
Y'all have Riesling here?
Do you have something tart? My leg's acting up.
No, but I do have to say everything is very catered to southern culture is very sweet, especially in Georgia. Everything's sweet. All the cocktails on the Nobu menu, like the specialty ones, everything's lots of sugar. And now I know why the diabetes rate is so high down here.
Well, I felt my toes started going down the second I landed.
Everything's sweet. There's a lot of sweets around it. Everything has sugar in it. Like everything comes pre-sweetened here. It's like you have to ask for no sugar.
Everyone's nice. I got so excited when I heard the accents on. I called down because I couldn't get my Wi-Fi. They go, "Hey y'all." I go, "Oh, right. So, sir, you're going to go to Nobu guest, y'all. Okay." It was nice. They have a great hotel here. Let me ask you this:
Yes.
have you ever peed in a pool?
Yes. What are you talking about?
Have you ever peed in a hotel pool?
I'm sure. Yeah. I think I peed in every pool I've been in.
Every pool you've been in?
I try to pee in every pool. Why would you get out? There's nothing worse than pulling a wet bathing suit down. Or if you're not,
if you pee in pools, you're disgusting.
You don't pee in a pool?
I've never peed in a pool in my life.
Vinny, have you peed in a pool?
No.
Okay, you know what?
It's gross because then you're gonna be swimming around in a toilet.
No, I'm not shitting in it anymore.
Yeah, but the piss, you're gonna be swimming around in a toilet.
Everyone, they're lying if they say they don't pee in a pool. That's like saying you don't,
I don't think that's normal. I think it's more shockingly normal than we think it is, but I think most people don't pee in pools.
I mean, the thing is, I've not every time, but if I'm drinking and I know it's gonna be I'm gonna have to get out and get back in, or and another thing is, if I don't want to be I'm fat, so I don't want to have to be parading around the pool, getting up and walking around the pool topless, so to show off my fucking whale body. So I'd rather be under the water where no one can see me. So the more time I can conceal myself under the water, the better. Because that's why I'm not getting up to a parade.
You get out and you put on your 3XL white swim shirt.
Yeah, my sarong.
Your
my caftan.
Nano's caftan. I don't know. I think
that's mother's caftan.
Peeing in pools is more common than we think. I didn't know people actually did that. I just think it's so disgusting and it's not disrespectful, but it's like you're peeing on someone. Just get out and be an adult.
There's chlorine in there.
This pool's saltwater.
Is it?
You hear about some of the pools where if you pee in it, it turns a color. So
that's false.
I think that's a real thing.
I don't think it is. I googled it before, and I think it's an old wives' tale.
You made sure, and then you just started blowing ass in the pool. Then it starts taking a dump in the pool.
No, I would never shit in a pool.
I just recently started pissing in the shower, and I've never done that in my life. I'm 34 years old.
No, I don't pee in the shower. I usually just pee right before I go in. I would though if I had to go, but it never really happens.
You know what's the worst feeling in the world? Having to shit after you get out of the shower.
You have to go back in after. You can't, because then you have to wipe. You have to sit down with a wet ass sitting down on the toilet. And what's even worse is if you have to shit when you're in the pool, pulling a wet bathing suit down around your ankle, having to pull it back up. Then I have to change bathing suits. I can't put it back on. I physically cannot put a wet bathing suit back on. And that's the grossest feeling in the world.
I would rather have to put on a wet bathing suit than risk getting caught pissing in a pool.
I wouldn't.
But shitting after the shower.
Feeling in the world.
Shitting after the shower and just that cold, it just slides right out.
Oh.
A hot snake? You got hot snakes on the toilet?
No. I can't. I hate wet clothes. I'm like a cat. I hate getting wet.
Unless it's in a pool.
Well, yeah, unless I'm surrounded by cocktails and island music.
Did you ever used to wear? I used to wear a swim shirt growing up with a
Why?
white
Just wanna
pasty
get
body.
burned?
Yeah.
No.
You ever see adults in swim shirts?
Yeah, why do they do that?
I think it's like the UV shirt, but every once in a while you get if you go far enough south of the Jersey Shore, you'll catch a cotton tee coming out of the thing.
That's the worst feeling in the world. I hate having wet clothes on.
It's
Like I was
absolutely
watching
gross.
Titanic. It's like Rose, like she's like running around her fucking outfit, her coat. I'm
Oh,
like,
that pisses me off.
take your
Take it
coat
off.
off, bitch. What are you doing?
You're gonna die anyway. It reminds me of last year, but the most Jersey I've ever seen you. It's a famous story. Was at that fucking hut in Asbury Park at PFT's house. Remember that when we went to the beach and the guy said you can't put your bag here, and I have never seen the wrath of another human. You went off on the guy. I wonder what he's doing now.
He's probably retired. I'm sorry, this phone's going off. I don't know how to turn my new case. Hold on.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
And then it's back. So we're excited. The show will be good. What else do we have? We have some big news. Your very good friend George Santos. This actually might be the biggest news that we've ever broken on the show.
Hey guys, Joey and I are going on tour and tickets are on sale right now.
Make sure to go to nowshewilltour.com right now to get your tickets.
George Santos, who was your number one queen on the internet,
Correct.
is now accepting Cameo bookings on Cameo as his drag alter ego, Katara Revenge.
Ooh.
$350, 20% is allegedly going to charity. That seems like a
What
scam.
charity? That shitty hoe? Her self-tanning budget?
This is the same guy who said he was raising money to give a service dog to a vet, and then he just kept the money and spent it at Sephora.
Well, now is he charging more up in Yags than
Yes.
more to get into Geesh?
Oh yeah, he upped the price because there's costs associated. You have hair, you have nails, you have glam. Not everyone can just throw a wig on and be good to go like Nana.
Ooh, oh, that looks better.
This is so funny.
Should we go to
20% going
Nene
to charity.
Leak's restaurant tonight? Her
Hold on,
lounge.
let's.
What's the name of the lounge? Lanithia Lounge. The Lanithia Lounge. Are we going there tonight?
Lanithia, we should. Imagine if we saw George Santos there.
Is he in Buckhead?
No, George Santos is up in New York.
No, my friend Heather McMahon's from here, and she's out in LA right now. I called her. I thought she'd be in town to get to Kiki, but she's not.
Oh, that's okay. She wouldn't kiki, I don't think.
I
think she was shady to you last time we were on the show. Because remember, you asked her to buy a coffee machine, and then she went off on her show about how ridiculous it is when people say they ask for an apartment.
That was all good fun. We're still good friends.
That was about you, babe.
I know, but we're still good friends. It was just a goof. It was a goof.
It was a goof.
I've not seen one peach tree since I've been here, and everything's named Peachtree. Have you seen a peach since you've been here?
No, my Uber driver was from Peach something, Georgia. Oh, he had the worst manners. Not manners, but like, I get that you want a tip, but don't hound me for a tip. If you mention
the Uber driver hound you for a tip?
I got in. This is ridiculous. I get in the Uber. He starts complaining about how low their wages are. I'm like, here we fucking go.
What? I put quiet ride on my thing so they don't talk to me.
30 minutes of him complaining about the strike, and then he starts getting into politics, not to get political, and then he starts saying how they need tips because he can keep all of his tips. If you mention tip to me when you're my Uber driver, you're not getting a tip.
Yeah, how gross.
It was really foul.
My driver's name was Shirley.
Mine was Terrence.
Oh,
what would your drag name be on Cameo if you were to get one?
Shanita Body Wax.
Give me one.
I can't.
Give me one. Give me one, you fucking. Here come now, Vinny. Reading came before Shade.
Rosebud.
No.
Swollen Rosebud.
No, swollen. No, it needs to be better than that.
I can't tell who she is. I can't tell a girl who she is. Your drag persona.
You know that George Santos he supported Billy Football, who's still running for Congress. He came out with an endorsement.
Was Billy Football the same level of politician as George Santos?
He's trying to be, yeah.
So you don't have to be anyone can just be a politician. You don't have to really be one.
No, you have to get I think it's like 3,000 signatures from people in your county. So he got the 3,000 signatures, and then you can just run But also, Billy Football yesterday ran an entire half marathon with no training at 230 pounds in an hour and 45 minutes.
But he's isn't he? He's a football playing athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a football player, but still, that's fucking insane. He also ran a marathon once with no training, just on a treadmill in the game time room.
Do you have a crush on him? What do you know these facts about him?
I don't know. I just know Bill. I like to just pay attention to what my coworkers are doing. Why? You don't like Billy anymore?
No, I do. I think he still worked with us. I thought.
Why? What's your problem with Billy?
I don't have a problem with Billy Football.
Who do you have?
Left.
Who do you have a problem with besides me? The left, the liberals.
Yeah, the far left. Are you following End Wokeness on Twitter?
Oh, I followed them for years. You know who has a problem with the far left? Who I wrote a little thing about? Perhaps you know Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, I saw that on the briefing sheet. What is she up to? She has a new movie out. A new movie just premiered in LA last night.
Jerry Seinfeld does?
There's a new film, yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know. I saw it.
But he was going off. He was supporting all this shit, saying that the extreme left is ruining comedy and he can't tell jokes. Bitch, shut up. You can't tell jokes. You're worth $1 billion. What do you mean you can't tell jokes? That's like the most boomer thing in the world. I feel like the woke shit is like over, no?
Is he left or right, Jerry Seinfeld?
He just hates everyone who he says he's very happy complaining about everything in his life. That's what makes him happiness, which is why like this is Jerry Seinfeld being Jerry Seinfeld. But he blamed the downfall of comedy, which doesn't exist, on the extreme left. I think the least funny group of people on the internet is the left. That's for sure. The funniest is, I think, gay Twitter and black Twitter are hands down the funniest.
Right.
Woke Twitter is the least funniest. MAGA Twitter is kind of funny just because they are insane.
Well, I don't really like any. Everyone knows my political stances. I just like things that are like unhinged and wild. So, like, you know, the crazier you are about your beliefs or whatever you're doing is more entertaining for me. Like, I think everything's silly. I think everything's, you know, doesn't matter and it's all a joke anyway. So it's like, I just like the people that really commit to the role and act fucking nuts in public. I love that. Like, you know, no matter what, if you're chaining yourself to a fucking fence about whatever cause or belief or voting thing that you're doing, I think it's fascinating.
You know, it's so crazy.
Be able to care that much about something.
It's like these fucking kids who are protesting on college campuses, not to get political. Imagine being in college and spending your time protesting shit that you know nothing about. You're in fucking college. Yeah, go out with your friends. Smoke a bong. Have a drink. Go fuck someone. Like, you're in college and you're like,
it's like
be bisexual. Come out as poly. Like,
yes.
You're fucking, this is the hill that you're dying on. And oh my God, those videos of these protesters just getting buckled by the New York police, feed it to me every fucking night. I love it.
What was going on there in Columbia University? There was something going on up there. There was a big scandal with there's a bunch of policemen there.
Yeah, it was these fucking college kids are like protesting like Israel Palestine stuff. And they're basically saying, I mean, again, not to get political, they're accusing Israel of genocide, blah, 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 because they're in a war and they don't like the war. But the entire point that I was making,
genocide, that can be your drag name.
Genocide, yes, yes.
Oh, yes. Jenna girl, what's the tea, mama? Girl.
And she's timely as well. Should I change my Twitter to genocide?
Yeah.
No, but these kids are such fucking losers. Oh, did you see the video of the girl who went on and she's a PhD candidate at Columbia. She gave her speech on her dissertation is like looking at something through a Marxist lens. Well, it's like the most left-leaning stuff ever. And then she gave an interview to the news saying, you have to let us protest, but also we're hungry. So can you bring us food and water? And people were like, you're literally asking to be catered to on a college fucking campus right now. These are the worst people. What?
Are they allowed to use their meal card?
Well, no, they're blocking the fucking cafeteria.
Oh my God.
Imagine Kathy's School of Cosmetology in 1990. What would you do if a motherfucker tried to block you in from getting
vending machine?
From getting to the vending machine, from getting to do your Amanda Bynes nail thing? Imagine if someone got in the way of Nana with a fresh during finals season.
And she's
trying to with a tease comb trying to read someone's look for finals. What would you have done if someone got in your fucking way? You would have bulldozed them to the ground.
I would bulldoze them right down. I would start clotheslining people like this.
You would have taken your pump off out of my way.
Yeah, I would have taken my lab coat off, and it would have been over for everyone.
You did not wear a lab coat.
You had to. I'm a professional stylist.
Joey, you wore a lab coat?
I never sent you my when I took my state board exam.
No. Send it to
I
me
have so much
after.
powder foundation on that day you couldn't even see my eyes.
Send it to me
Where's
after.
my comb?
Did you get pinned at the end? Like you're being pinned like a doctor? Did you?
No, they don't pin you, but you do get, you know, it's like winning the Masters. You get to put on your good apron.
What were you? I'm just picturing it in my head. What were you wearing when you passed the boards?
All white. Yes, we were all white, head to toe.
You were did
Chris
these white
white.
party?
White pants, white shirt, white shoes, white overcoat.
There's obviously a pop of color in there somewhere. If I know that,
You had to bring out on your own. I usually, I think I had a raspberry stained lip and maybe I had a corner lash. I think I had a half lash on.
Sure. As one does. Not even a fluorescent nail.
But I remember they said, okay, next is this, and the lady announces it. Next, you know, pin curls, time allotted, 13 minutes. Starting, they say time allotted, and I'm like, starting now. And I'm like, oh well. No.
You put the bobby pin in?
Yeah. They loved me though, because they knew I got it. So like my instructor, the person who was like watching me, the judge, they kept coming over and saying, you can stop. Like, we know you got this, girl. They saw I was whipping it around. I was fucking. She knew I was professional.
They're whispering. They go.
No hesitation in my thing. I was like, hold on. Let me press the hot comb. Make sure it's not burning the paper.
They go. Now, Miss Camasta. Now we don't have to worry about him. However, I do want to keep my eye on Julie on the end because she had an issue with the curls. She graduated top of her class.
Can you imagine? Do you think you and I should go to school for something? And that could be a new series where we have to go to like class. I want to go. There's a new floral school in New York City. I want to go to. I want to get the full master's degree in florals.
A full master? You already have it. You're self-taught. I would go to school. I would just do another undergraduate degree. I would get an undergraduate degree from Gainesville. I mean, that's the best city on earth. I would go to maybe Athens, Georgia, maybe Alabama.
That here?
No, Athens is about an hour from here.
So we're not in Atlanta? We're in Buckhead and Atlanta, are not the same town?
I think it's like within the city limit. I think. Like, you know how there's like New York City, there's like Queens, like the boroughs.
So like we're in Queens, we're not in Manhattan right now.
Correct. And that explains the smell, darling. It is so fucking clean here, huh? There's nothing on the street.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very clean. And we get to take that beautiful car anywhere we want within a 10-mile radius. Look at that. Toy Story clouds in the air that looks like the Gateway background.
I know.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it look fake?
Downtown.
It's going to be really hard for me to not do an accent while I'm here.
Wait a second. Wait, what was it just talking about?
We were talking about Jerry Seinfeld, the left, nail school.
Now, before I showed you the window.
Nail school. Getting pinned, curls.
No,
going to school.
About the hotel. Oh, the car. Oh, so did you have do you have to drive that car yourself, or someone drives you?
So you just call down, and it's as long as they're here, they'll take you anywhere in a 10-mile radius. So we can take it to and from our show.
You tip them or no?
Yeah.
You did not.
Yeah, you got to. No, I didn't.
How did you not tip them?
The guy just got out and fucking ran away with his little clipboard. He's like, "Thank you," and just wrote it down. I was like, "All right, I'll tip on the way out."
You have to tip. That's how they work.
Well, I only had 100, so I didn't want to fucking break 100 on the guy. I
gave you for your bar mitzvah last year.
I have two $100 bills. You ever seen one? You ever seen one of these, Vin?
No.
And a George Washington. Okay. Now that would be insulting. I gave him $1.
I had to take an Uber to the vape store.
Why are you vaping? When are you gonna get off the vape?
I didn't want to vape. Leah made me go get them. I didn't want them. She was like forcing me to tell me what I'm doing.
I'm worried about you with the vape.
That's the least of the problems.
What's the biggest problem right now?
Making sure my semaglutide stays cold. I had to bring my semaglutide from New York to Chicago to here, and I have to keep it refrigerated at all times.
How often are you shooting it up?
Once a week.
When's your shot day?
I took it Tuesday, so now I have to keep it fresh. My last injection has to keep fresh until I get back home to New York. So I had to carry this ice bag, this ice pack around with me that to keep cold in between cities. And now it's in the walk-in fridge here until I had to set a reminder to bring, because if I forgot my semaglutide, all bets would be off.
You're like you're like when someone gets like a new heart or whatever, and they run it out in a cooler to a helicopter with two people on either side packed in ice. That's you with your semaglutide.
What is the delicacy here in Atlanta that we should be eating? Like, is it peach cobbler? Like, what is like?
Oh,
like barbecue is in like wherever. Like, can you Google what delicacy I need to have as a food expert?
No, there's a drink. It's called the Scarlet O'Hara. It's the most famous Southern Georgia drink.
What's in it?
It's cranberry juice, dash of lime, and Southern Comfort. That's like came up everywhere.
Sounds like diabetes in class.
Now she will drink the Southern Comfort, Mr. Comasta.
That's the what's the food though?
Famous Georgia food?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I would live in Georgia. Oh, I don't fuck. This is too much. What's the most? Oh, I don't know how to say this. Khachapuri?
Cacio e pepe?
No. It is the perfect winter warmer. Traditional leavened bread is canoe shaped with goo. Oh yeah, that's gross. I'm not doing that.
That's Atlanta's food of choice.
Apparently. I would move to fucking Atlanta. I have a dream to live on a big lake, like a southern lake with a boat and a house. Lake Lanier is right here. I text you. I want to go to Lake Lanier. I would choose a lake over the.
From Nene Leaks?
Huh?
Lake Lanithia from Nene Leaks?
Would you rather go to the lake or an ocean? And you can't say pool.
The ocean.
Ocean over lake?
Coastal. Yeah, I would want more coastal, like like Cape Cod or something, like Nantucket.
But I feel like you hate the ocean. Like you.
I do, but I wouldn't go in a lake either. Lake's even grosser.
You would never go in a lake.
It's sick. Fuck no. A lake or the ocean. I don't swim in natural bodies of water.
Ever?
No, someone will touch me. That's not my house. I'm not going down there and getting eaten up by something. The ocean's terrifying.
Well, then you have to go in a lake.
I'm not going in the water. I mean, I'll go through your boat and like not even put my feet in. So some big ass grouper can touch my fucking toe.
A grouper, you butch.
Ass fucking tries to bite me. Get the fuck out of here.
Now a trouser trout comes after you. In the shallows.
Yeah, catfish whiskers brushes my leg. I'll pass away.
You know what I want to do with you? Have you ever heard of noodling?
Absolutely not. But Bradley only tried to talk to me about this. Him and Maddie Matheson went.
Oh yeah.
From Bon Appetit. That was that would be my biggest fear in the world. Hand fishing, hillbilly hand fishing. No thank you.
It's where you're in Texas or one of these places with muddy water, and you go down and you stick your hand in a fucking cave, and you hope there's not a gator, and a fucking fish comes over and bites the thing.
Yeah, bites your whole fist, and then you pull them out like this. I would never do that.
Why don't you push yourself?
I can't be a real alive fish. I'm terrified of fish. Anything without arms or legs. I told you that. That's my whole thing. Snakes,
including people,
fish. You know, amputees are my biggest fear, but that transitions into animals as well.
Don't say that word.
Snakes, eels,
salamanders, caterpillars,
eels, fish.
Ferrets.
Caterpillars aren't as bad.
What about a ferret?
Caterpillars they have feet. Caterpillars have legs.
What about a ferret?
They have feet and hands. They're fine.
Yeah, but they look like. What about
no?
What about a tube steak?
No, if they don't have no appendages, then I can't deal with it. It's whatever phobia that is. I got it. I got a big case of it. That's one time I was shopping at the pet store. Oh, look at this bitch. Oh, we're your dream girls. We'll make you happy. Yeah. We're your dream girls. Oh, we'll make you there.
The fact that those hairs are like
out of the thing.
Styled.
When I was in a pet store and the man was trying to sell a fish to someone, right? And he goes with the scoop. He's like on the upper level, picking up a fucking fish with the scooper, and it flew out of the fucking net and went down, hit me in the chest, and went down my shirt.
Wait, this is a real thing that happened?
Yes, that's why I can't be around fish or amphibians.
How long ago was this?
This was like when I was 8 or 7.
If you're listening right now, please just go watch the fact that you have it styled that well with the fucking just by having it on. Will you wear that? Will you go underwater with that upstairs at the pool?
That's what I'm trying to get off this fucking phone.
Oh, did you? I forgot to bring a wig. Did you bring one, or do I have to buy one?
What do you think? I'm wearing a wig, bitch. I'm wearing a wig.
No, but do you? I know Nana has more than one.
No, I told you BYOB. I told you at the desk. I said, did you bring everything you need? I said I got my wig at home. That was all the wigs were there for you to take.
Wait, tell me the truth.
Just like you need to tell me the time we had to record that day. It was a test. Now you've forgotten your wig and you get in trouble with the show.
Well, I'm gonna have to go wig shopping. Should I have the man?
No, you're not going to land a wig shopping without me.
Maybe that's what we do this afternoon. Do you want a wig shop?
I would love to. I mean, I wouldn't be able to handle myself. I'll go bankrupt.
Always does. I want to talk to you about the biggest story going right now, Joey. Do you know what it is? Have you ever heard the term culturally queer?
Oh, is this about Michelle Obama coming out as trans?
No, close. It's about Darren Criss. He was on Mean Girls, right?
Darren Criss was not on Mean Girls, no.
What was he on?
Darren Criss is from, he played, didn't he play Versace's killer in The in the Versace movie.
Darren Criss. Yeah. Oh, he's the Glee guy. That's who Darren Criss is. You've seen him everywhere. So this is the biggest headline going right now.
He works for that guy that does all the Desperate Housewives and Mark Murphy. He does all Mark Murphy's shows.
Got it. Hold on one sec. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so Darren Criss, star of Glee, he's been in a bunch of stuff. He made headlines this weekend. He called himself, quote, culturally queer, and says even though he's not gay, he identifies with LGBTQ plus people deeply in his heart. And he said that's why he's, quote, culturally clear. Let me say something right now. If you're not sucking dick or going down on a lady and you are a lady, you are not queer. You cannot be culturally queer. That's not something that exists. He watched one episode of Drag Race and calls himself queer. It's insane.
Okay, I read that in the thing. That is the equivalent of when all the non-binary thing came out and all that shit came out. That's the equivalent of celebrities like fucking Demi Lovato going by them, even though they said they went on record that they're not trans, but they're saying they're trans just to stand in solidarity to let them know that it's okay to be trans with other people. It's like, it's making a mockery of what the fuck it is. Either, we don't need your fucking support, Darren Criss. Either if you're gonna suck a dick, or there's some weird loopholes to like make yourself feel holy about whatever religion you are, or bullshit about coming out. No one's thinking about you like that, bitch. Suck all the dicks you want. You don't have to put a statement out. We ain't thinking about you, bitch, and we don't need your support. Same thing with Demi Lovato. Demi, she said, I know I'm not trans. Look who came running back, going by she again. It's like, that's why I don't fucking fall for these fucking leftist fucking celebrities.
Not the political.
To try to make a fucking point. It's like you're making a mockery of things. Stay in your own fucking lane and worry about yourself. Don't try to make a social fucking stance, bitch. We don't need your fucking support.
Yeah, we don't need Darren Criss's support. We don't need fucking anyone's support. And he also said he's straight and he's cisgender. And he says the reason he's culturally queer is because he grew up in San Francisco in the 90s. That's literally the reason why. San Francisco in the 90s, he's culturally queer. I don't even know what culturally queer would be. It's like what you have a couple gay friends and you watch Drag Race every once in a while.
You know what it's like to be, you have friends that have been a struggle. It's like being an ally. It's like, thanks anyway for your support, bitch, but I'll be just fine.
But it's just pandering. It's pandering. I mean, look at me now. It's just pandering. That's all it is. How old is Darren fucking Criss? You think he's ever hooked up with a guy?
I'm sure he has.
Darren Criss age. Oh, Darren Criss age. He's 37 years old. Oh, give me a fucking break. 37 years old, grew up in San Francisco in the 90s. So he's culturally queer. That's the latest. Oh, and you know what else even what's after that? Your girl's back with her fiance, Gypsy Rose.
I saw. Well, you know what? I told you she was going to be having a hot girl summer. She got that new beak now, and now she's feeling her oats.
What are you talking about, new beak?
She had a rhinoplasty, and she's just recovering from it. So she had her nose done.
Dream.
And I would go back with that guy too. I don't think she ever got to hang with him because she was engaged to him, Ken Urker. She was engaged to him when she was still in lockdown. I don't think she was able to have conjugal visits, so she never even got to experience that dick. He's 20 times hotter than that big fucking Family Guy that she was with before.
He does look like a Family Guy character, doesn't he?
He was in, he is a hoarder. He's a food hoarder, and he snores. He probably looks disgusting. He probably has big dogs that have like dog hair all over him. He looked disgusting. So like, I wouldn't want to live with him anyway. And she's getting her life, even though she should not have to be a big celebrity on the social media anymore. But she's getting her new nose job. She'll probably get new tits. I thought she should date black guys first, but who knows?
I've always said you can take the trash out of the person, but you can't take the person out.
She killed her mother. It's like,
you can take the person out of the trash, but you can't take the trash out of the person. I love Gypsy Rose, but make no mistake about it. That bitch is white trash. She killed her mother. She's sleeping with a guy while she was like, didn't know she wasn't sick. He convinced her to kill her. And now she marries a guy in prison. She gets out of prison. She's on her physical journey. Now she's back with the ex and she's getting tattoos of it. If you have a tattoo of a dog, you are fucking trash.
I look like that creepy woman I send you all the time saying, if you want to fuck with me, you pick the wrong one.
Sue on Instagram.
You know her?
She's got a tattoo of a dog. That's what I've always said. If you have a tattoo of your pet, most likely you're trash.
Well, you heard it here first. Justin Bieber was in the news. He was seen crying online. He posted a selfie of him with teardrops running down his face, and his wife said,
Haley.
"You're a pretty crier." No, I have a thesis. I have a thesis about this all. I dissected this just a couple of minutes ago, and I'm going to recite it here as well.
Talk about it. You dissected it in my head.
No, I did it on my other podcast, but same idea. It is from months ago. Her husband, her Hailey Bieber's father, whatever Baldwin it is, put out a tweet saying, prayers are needed for my daughter.
Yep.
Remember that?
No.
Well, he did. He put out a statement, like a tweet or an Instagram post saying, prayers are needed for my for Justin and Hailey, whatever.
Wait, Hailey. That's Alec Baldwin's daughter is married to Hailey Bieber?
Not Alec Baldwin, Stephen Baldwin.
That's Stephen Baldwin's daughter?
Yes. And I'm friends with her sister, Aliyah. I used to do her makeup.
Are you being for real?
I saw my mother. Her Hailey Bieber's sister, his name's Aliyah, and I used to work with her. I was doing her makeup for all. She's the other model. I used to work with her all the time. I have her phone number.
I thought he was married to Hadid.
No, he's not married to Hadid. He's married to Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Bieber and the Hadids look exactly the same.
No, they don't. Gigi Hadid looks like nothing like that. Gigi Hadid looks like a Sour Patch Kid.
Oh, okay.
Or I mean, a Cabbage Patch Kid. Anyway, so Stephen Baldwin put this comment out saying, "Please pray for my daughter." And everyone's speculating what's going on, maybe a health crisis. I still don't know this for sure, but now that I see that he was crying online after whatever they were going through, crying, and then her response to that was, "You're such a pretty crier." By her saying, "Oh, you're such a pretty crier," that automatically tells me that if the situation is whatever happened is resolved and it's in a happy place now, because she wouldn't be joking about him crying if it wasn't something happy tears. So I think she's pregnant. First of all, she's pregnant. The prayers that were needed were because the pregnancy was taboo and something was wrong with the baby. Something bad was going on with the pregnancy. That's what the prayers were needed for. Now the tears that Justin Bieber's having now, these are tears of joy because thank God everything was resolved and the baby's healthy and it's on its way. He's finally going to be a father and it's everything's in the clear. Those are what those tears are about. And that's what went on. I 90% sure.
Because he captioned on Instagram saying it was like I should have never jumped on this song. My career is trash ever since. But that seemed like weird. So what you're saying makes more sense.
I don't even know what that. I never saw that tweet about it. I'm assuming, and then now there's all the rumors are saying that she's pregnant. She's pregnant. I think she's been pregnant. I think there was a scandal. There was something a
complication. Yep.
Horrible as it is, it's nothing to joke about. But it's I'm assuming that's what the
hullabaloo
prayers were needed for. And now by him crying online, she's saying, "Oh, you're such a pretty crier." It's like, baby, oh, I'm so happy. It's warming in my heart that you're crying because you're so happy. That's what that reads to me.
When's the last time you cried?
Vinny,
you're not getting out of this.
Right when last week, I think.
What was it over?
I was cooking in my kitchen and I missed my mom, and I was wishing she was here to see my house, and I wish she got to see my apartment. I wish she got to see meet my boyfriend, and I was all the stuff, all the things that I can't have now because my mom's dead.
Oh,
so that happens, and it's usually triggered by a country song.
But they think my tractor's sexy. I think mine was I cried on the plane. I cried a little bit
because you were so far back on the plane and you couldn't.
So the oxygen wasn't quite circulating, and so my tear ducts they decided to go.
You're like, why didn't I splurge? Why didn't I listen to Nana and just my cheap ass can't get no damn snacks? That's what I never get about you. You have the money. You're just fucking cheap.
No, I'm saving up for stuff.
For what?
A fucking house, Joey. Goddamn.
Yeah, bitch.
I already have that. I'm talking about a regular over everyone's head. I'm talking about a regular fucking house.
Nana's only got a couple years left here, and I ain't for shit.
That's why if you got 1 penny in your pocket, Nana's spending 2.
Yeah, I got no time for that. I got much time left.
I think mine was over at TikTok. I watched someone reunite with their family over TikTok, and I started to tear up a little. And it was also because my elbow was starting to go numb on account of the surgery. So I ran out of my pain pills.
For the armrest in the middle seat with that fat guy sitting next to you.
So I have nerve damage from the surgery, and I'm on a lot of pain pills. So now I'm thinking to myself, my tears start going. Vinny, when's the last time you cried?
I'm a big
after we finished this morning.
I'm a big crier at weddings. Every wedding I go to, I'm the biggest crier. I could not know the people I'd cry. So the last
you know that you're never gonna be able to come out as trans, and
yes, I'll never be able to be the real me.
Why? That's not the you've cried since then. When's the last time you were at a?
I was at a wedding last weekend. Yeah. So that's
And then-
definitely the last time.
Karma's a bitch. I should have known better.
We have to learn that dance, and we have to do that coming out at every show.
That's what we're coming at you
Karma's a
tomorrow.
bitch. Oh, 100%. You read my fucking mind.
No, I'm 100% doing that.
And I want to have it. I want to have that as we're playing Wig Wars. Karma's a bitch, dude. Oh, maybe that's what we could do for a contest, man. Mafia, if you're listening or going to any of our shows, we should do a contest where we play that song. Whoever does the dance the best wins a prize. Joey will go down on whoever does it the best.
I don't know.
Karma's a bitch. You what?
I can't. Oh my god, my self-tuner is getting all over the bed.
What'd you say?
I don't know if I can commit to that role.
What role? The dancing? We could do the
No,
dance.
eating out the girl that wins.
Oh. You can use a proxy tongue. Vinny. Jet ski.
Can I tell you what kind of dinner I had last night? Did I talk about that?
Yeah, no, you didn't. And I'm worried. You talked about it before the show because you're taking semaglutide and you're beating it.
Well, because the thing is, when you start in a new my semaglutide journey, you have to start low and then go back up. It's for legal reasons. It's like, hit me with the big stuff. Remember last time I was overdosing myself? It's like, girls, see the big stuff. So I ate right through it. But I went to Nobu, which is, globally, it's, it's the same thing. You know what you're getting. It's like McDonald's. You get the same thing you get everywhere. It's always quality and great. But I was by myself, and I was going to say, in Atlanta, I told you, we're in the months of Black excellence. I must have seen. I'm not gonna say what professions. I don't know what they are. I just know they're very fancy and very well celebrated Black men and women that were coming into the restaurant. Like I saw 4 different groups of couples come in. They all had sunglasses on, and
I love the fashion so fucking much.
Toe diamonds everywhere, bling, and sunglasses on, and the women are wearing. They got the asses, and they're wearing skin tight freakum dresses, gorgeous. Painted to the gods.
Hold on. What's a freakum dress?
Everything, a freakum dress, like a hot, sexy dress, you wear out to freakum.
Oh, and also the fucking what'd you say? Everyone's in Gucci head to toe. It's like a neutral.
Well, that's the neutral tone here. It's like everyone wears khaki or beige everywhere else. Here, head to toe Gucci logo is the natural fabric.
We were right next to it. Should you and I go next door to Gucci and
I was here yesterday.
And should we get head to toe Gucci tracksuits and wear them in Atlanta?
I would assume, yeah, but I don't think they had the tracksuits there. But yeah, that's what everyone's wearing. And everyone was decked out, and they were hugging the staff when they walked in. The staff would all dab them up and say and greet them and say, "Oh my God, welcome back." And they're they must be here all the time. So I think this is where all the Atlanta celebrities. This is the Black Hollywood. So this is where all the celebrities live. So I'm sure there were either moguls or they own record labels or they own something or musicians or something, but they were, you can obviously tell that they were these are money you've never seen before. These are rich people.
It was the fashion down here. I think culturally we fit in very well in Atlanta. I feel like these might be our people. We might go turn up at the pool. We might.
Right. I'm leaving right now. As soon as we hang up, I have my bathing suit on right now.
You have your one piece?
No, I have a black brief on.
I need
I'm going back to the pool. I get a cocktail from the Nobu bar downstairs, and I'm going to be up there. We can go live on Instagram.
We should go live on Instagram. No, I like the culture down here. And then if you go an hour away, you're in the sticks. It's the best of both worlds.
Another news story before we leave. Monday is Met Gala Monday. And we're here again. The first Monday in May. And this year's theme is Sleeping Beauty. Believe it or not.
Is it really?
Hold on. Let me read that again. Yeah, I have whole information.
Okay. Man, I'm so fucking sore.
Okay. It is Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening of Fashion 2024 Met Gala dress code.
Ooh.
Movie stars, musicians, celebrities at the Met Gala. The Costumes Institute charity will take place on Monday the 6th at Metropolitan Museum in New York. Now, everyone's saying, who's hosting it? The hosts this year are going to be Zendaya,
Love,
Bad Bunny, Jennifer Lopez,
Love,
and Chris Hemsworth.
Meh.
I hate Jennifer Lopez. I used to hate
Why?
Zendaya, but now I don't hate her anymore. Ever since Euphoria, then I liked her again.
Why do you hate Jennifer Lopez? She's iconic.
She's not iconic. She is insufferable. Go to bed. She's the most overrated, annoying fucking bitch.
Jennifer Lopez is insufferable.
I hate her.
Jennifer Lopez is an icon.
She's
a fashion.
Met Gala. I don't think She'd be there.
Fashion icon, music icon, acting.
She's
She
a
tried to be
thirst
an icon.
trap who slept her way to the top.
She's the reason we have Google Images, bitch. It was that Versace dress. That's why when she was on the red carpet with Diddy, she came out in that thing and people were looking for it so much. Google added an images tab. So every time you're on Google fucking images, you can thank Jennifer Lopez.
So the Met Gala usually hosts around 450 attendees. They welcome stars, young creative industry patrons each year. I was gonna say, so do you know it's like it could be up to $3 million for a table?
What charity does it go to?
It goes to the Costume Institute.
What is that?
That's who puts on the exhibition every year. So like after the Met Gala happens, they go there to see all the dresses from the archived pieces, and that's the exhibit. So then for 4 months after the Met Gala, everyone can go to the Met and see the exhibit that everyone else saw on opening night. Now it's rumored that everyone's going to say is Taylor Marie Swift's going to be there.
Not
but
a
apparently
chance.
she's skipping this year because she is focusing on her tour and everything else. She's, her new album that she has out. I don't think she has time to be there, but you would think that I know she doesn't need the sales, but you would think on the month of launching a new
Album.
record, the Poet Society, you would want to be there to to bring awareness to it. But again, she doesn't need the awareness. Everyone already bought the album.
Taylor Swift is bigger than the Met Gala.
Yeah, so I don't think she's going this year, but everyone's wanting her to go because it would be the first time that her and Travis went to what's her name, Kelsey, went to a big red carpet event together like this, and it was seen. And he got dressed really cool, had some cool suit on. She would, of course, look stunning in her big gown. So a lot of people are disappointed, but I'm hoping that it's just a rumor and they do show up together, because that's the only one I really want to see this year, is to see what she was wearing.
I heard a rumor. Oh, also, that Travis Kelce is so pissed he's not going. That guy is just.
He might still be going though. He's in his own right. He's a celebrity. He probably can get invited himself.
I heard a rumor that Taylor Swift was asked not to go.
So did it make it about her?
So it was going to be too big of a distraction. I heard a rumor that they said it would become the Taylor Swift show, and the other celebrities didn't want that.
Well, that's happened with Rihanna. That happens with Rihanna every year. Rihanna is always the star that look like Joanne.
Yeah. But you remember Joanne's Fabrics, or is that Massachusetts?
Joanne Fabrics?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. But of course. I'm sorry, Joanne's Fabrics? Also, I made that rumor up, guys. I didn't hear that, but I was just trying to be a little bit salacious.
That's not what happened. I don't think she's going because of her tour things, but let's see what she's going. I always like to see what the stars are wearing. I always like the people that are that takes some risks, but are also not people. A lot of people don't get the vibes, and they kind of show up not knowing what the fucking theme was, and they show up looking fucking silly. I think people that play it safe, but with a touch of coolness, always look the best. I don't think you should when you're too fucking dramatic with the theme. That means you're thirsty and you're just wanting people to think you're accepted. If it's Sleeping Beauty, someone shows up as Sleeping Beauty. It's
someone is showing up in a casket. Someone is going to show up with a rose. Someone shows up in a Party City Sleeping Beauty costume.
Yeah. I haven't decided what I'm wearing yet, but you got to stay tuned, because this time Trish and I will be on the red carpet.
Yes,
doing interviews. With Pedro the Pear, what's his name? Mr. Pear and Ms. Peaches. Ms. Peaches is going to the awards. You see that gown she wore?
Oh, she's so fucking cute. When Dave started walking, then he puts his hand like this.
It did nothing for her figure.
Oh, don't you dare be mean to Miss Peaches.
I'm just saying the gown.
No, you're jealous of Miss Peaches. This is the third time you've shit on her.
I'm not sure. I'm just saying it's just as pretty and it's popular as her. Why don't I get all the notoriety?
No, you made fun of her nipples once. She's sensitive about those. I know you called them her udders. We made fun of those. That's her trauma. Don't downplay her trauma. And now you're making fun of her hips and her dress.
I didn't say anything about her body. I said the gown was ill-fitting.
Now, any words on the handler?
Handler looked handsome as the devil.
Should we try and sneak into the Met Gala?
Do you think I'd be able to borrow the costume for our own Met Gala at Barstool Sports, for the costume institute that I'm creating in Erica's old office? Do you think I can get archive Miss Peaches looks?
Wait, you do realize that the window by our desk is our costume archive. It's just covered in wigs. Ooh, now this one here was from October 2023.
Do you think we should start a Met Gala Monday viewing party before Taylor Watch gets to do it?
Yes.
We can do it in the Goon Pit. We all wear suits and stuff and drink champagne in the Goon Pit, watching the red carpet.
I missed the Goon Pit. How fun would that be? I'm down.
All right, maybe I'll plan it. What's his name? Vinny, you're at the office. Can you go into the goon pit and put a post-it on the door saying reserved for gay stuff on Monday for Met Gala?
Vinny, can you go to
Say
the
Kelly Keeg, stay out, you dyke bitch.
Vinny, can you go into the Vinny, can you go into the goon pit and shoot a load on the seat cushion to reserve it for us?
Right on the DraftKings logo, please. Well, stay tuned for all our red carpet coverage. Live Monday, May 6th. Only on Barstool Sports.
Oh, God. Oh, and please, for the love of Christ.
Go to nowshewilltour.com and buy tickets.
Thank you, God. What are we going to fucking break? You know what? Here's how low I'm going. I don't even want you guys at the show. Just get the ticket so we can afford a plane ticket home. Okay? That's all we're asking.
I just want to have a happy Thursday and fucking relax.
I hear you, sis. I hear you. We love you all. We hope you have a great weekend. And any final words from Joey? You call J-Lo a cuck?
You're all going to die one day. Darren Criss is a cuck, and Jennifer Lopez is a I hate everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
My Princess Diana error?
Oh, Christ.